Hey everyone, it's April and Eric from A&E Kitchen Convos. Today is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day to everyone out there.
Happy Memorial Day.
And so we're actually going to our neighbors for a barbecue in a little bit. So we just wanted to just say hey to you guys and let you know we're thinking of you and just have a little, little conversation with you all and let you know that we're thinking of you. We are making our own food today. I'm making a 16 bean soup. We're going to have some turkey kielbasa with some sauerkraut, onions. So that'll be our dinner a little later, and I'm going to put that recipe for the 15 bean soup up on our website. So look out for it within the next week or so. But today we wanted to discuss a little something with you all.
Yeah, so we've been having conversations with couples who are in serious relationships or couples who are thinking about getting married. So, April and I talk all the time about these topics, and sometimes the topics are controversial, sometimes they are very thought-provoking. So through our experiences, you can read about our relationship and read about how we met and a little bit about ourselves on our website. This is April's third marriage. This is my second marriage. And we've been talking to other couples about their relationships, so much not what went wrong or what went right or what went right, but just about life and relationships ourselves. So there's a question I want to throw out there for you all to consider and discuss amongst your friends, family, and your significant other if you have one. And that question is, were human beings intended for monogamous relationships? Were we ever intended to have a monogamous relationship? It's a very interesting question because I think one of the things when you commit to an individual, we always hear people say marriage is work, it's a lot of work. Well, is the work related to you two committing to be exclusive to each other?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think Eric and I were really discussing this morning actually about that, and the one thing that I thought was, I'm not sure if humans are meant to be in a monogamous relationship because it seems to happen so often that they're not or they can't, So, but I do think that at one point, I'm not saying that everybody is meant to be monogamous or not, but I do feel that, let's say that infidelity has happened in a relationship and you've gone through that, doesn't mean that it can break a relationship. Sometimes it makes a relationship even stronger.
Yeah, it can.
So you never know what can happen through that situation. And I just, some people say, oh, we can just pray and it'll go away, or God will fix it. I'm not trying to. I believe in
religion in this,
and I do believe in God. Trust me, I believe in a higher power, but I also believe in myself, and I believe people should believe in themselves as well and give themselves some of the credit and acknowledge that you can get through it as well. You can seek something within yourself to get out of whatever you're going through, whether it's being, dealing with infidelity or drugs or alcohol, whatever it is, it's something within you that has to be willing to go that step forward, to not do it or stop or get help with it. So, again, it's work. Everything is work. All relationships are work. Friends are work. Relationship with your children are work, and that in marriages and relationships, whether it's marriage or a serious committed relationship, whatever it is, it does take some work, and it's okay. The one thing that I love about Eric and I's relationship is that we start this relationship on honesty. I prayed after going through my second marriage.
Now you talking about praying again?
Yes, yeah, I am, because I do believe in it, and but I prayed after my second marriage failed that I found somebody just to be honest with me. That's all I wanted, was honesty. I never gave up on love. Friends and family be like, oh, I know you're never getting married again, you've been through this twice, I know you done with it. I was like, no, I believe in love and I believe in marriage and I believe it could happen one day. I'm not going to give up on it. And look what happened. And because we're so honest with each other, I think that if we ever came to that place where either one of us were feeling pressure or feeling not right and like, hey, baby, this guy is over here looking at me, and I might like the way he looking at me and like
It's
the way
possible.
that feels, but I know I can talk to you about that. And that feels so good. That feels so great to know that I can have an open and honest and be in a safe space with my husband about something like that.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I was coming out of, my first marriage. I was coming out of a 25-year relationship. So she was saying I was being honest with her. I didn't know. I was just talking, I was just trying to, recover and come through, getting through a relationship and getting through a divorce. So, April really helped me get through that by allowing me to share and talk and process what I was dealing with and process my divorce. And so we started out as friends. Matter of fact, you can read about this on our website when it talks about us. I told her, I'm going to find you a good man because I have nothing to offer you. I was like, listen, I got 2 kids. I'm coming out of this, getting a divorce, coming out of this 25-year relationship, and you really don't want me right now. I need to find you somebody. And she stuck by me and, really helped me get through that. So we talk about this. We talk about it a lot in terms of relationships and being honest and open with each other about how we're feeling in our relationship. So if I'm, feeling like I'm getting pressure from, another female or something, I talk to her about it and we share with each other about how we feel about that. And I think that's important for couples to do and not try to hide it, not try to, keep it, I can handle this on my own. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need someone to help you process, how am I taking this compliment? Is it going too far? Is the flattery going too far? And because the question still remains, were we ever intended for a monogamous relationship?
Yeah.
We're not going to answer that question for you. That's just a question that you have to discuss among each other. But we know the marriage part is we're committing to each other. And so that's the work part of it. So we thought you guys would be interested in having that discussion about that. Were human beings ever intended for monogamous relationships? And how do you handle when you're feeling that you are maybe going down an avenue where it could be threatening the relationship with someone else coming into being, particularly with social media or just workspace or someone paying you a compliment more than once or twice and you that feels good and it feels good for a reason. And then how do you guard against going down that road? Now we also talk to couples about one of the 7 areas is sex, and we're not naive enough to know that some people in their relationships bring a third party in there. That's not what we do. But,
not Arlie.
We'll talk about that later.
I don't know why you deviated to that topic because that was not what we were supposed to be talking about.
We talk to couples about one of their topics is sex, and sex. A lot of sex is for some couples deals with fantasies, and if you're not talking to your person about your significant other about sexual fantasies, believe me, someone else will.
And someone else will give them that fantasy that they want,
him or her that fantasy. So these are important topics that we discuss. So we want you guys to chew over that. Sorry to tell you just a serious topic on Memorial Day, but the question is, were human beings intended for a monogamous relationship? So.
And you can post questions to us, or not even questions, maybe your experiences with them, because you never know who it can help out there. I've dealt with infidelity in my previous marriages, and it didn't break me. It did not break me. It made me realize a lot of things that I did wrong. And that the other person may have done wrong. It made me be aware of the signs. It also made me be aware that is not something that is impossible to happen. You don't put it past anybody. If you're not loving on your mate, somebody else will be loving on your mate. You know what I mean? And even if you are loving on your mate, someone else still could want to love on your mate, and it still could happen. So just don't be clueless and don't think that it can happen to you, and if it does happen to you, it's so not the end of the world.
Right.
It is not the end of the world, trust me. And again, Is it something that really is meant to be? Are we meant to be monogamous? And that's a deep question. A lot of people are not going to like that question, everyone's going to have a different opinion about it, but that's what's so amazing about this. So put your opinions out there, put them on our Instagram, our Facebook, you can post them on our website. If you want to do it privately, you can send us a message privately through our website, AndEkitchenconvos.com, and have an amazing day off from work if you don't have to work today.
So we see you all. We'll chat with you soon.
Yep.
Thanks
Good
a lot.
night.